Hi guys, welcome to COUNTERPOINTS. My name is Connor, and we are so back. Not only did I complete the second prototype of my bolter capable of firing 12 gauge /72 caliber slugs, but a fantastic team of fan animators created a beautiful piece of art known as Scorch. If Games Workshop screws with them in any way, I suggest that we as a community bully the GW community team relentlessly. But besides that, it's a fantastic and violent outing into the grim, dark, far future of the 40th millennium. If you want to watch the original, then please do so in the description below. We're going to be breaking down the units, tactics, and factions shown in this fantastic piece of art, but before we do that, let me break something else down for you. This episode is brought to you by Starforge.com, an officially licensed Games Workshop merchandise shop selling the finest jewelry, pins, purity seals, busts, and so much more. Starforge.com has a variety of necklaces, rings, challenge coins, and pendants for every faction. If you're a pious and loyal Imperial citizen, a Xeno sympathizer, or even a worshiper of the Dark Gods, they have something for you. Check out the links in the description below.
Our mission is clear, and our objective is crucial. We have been tasked with infiltrating the sinister abyss of the Cardinal's dominion and putting an end to his reign of heresy and corruption. This is a semi-covert operation. You all have been implanted with an inhibitor device to neutralize any psychic interference he might attempt. Our mission is not just a swift kill. We must ensure his influence is eradicated. We'll maintain open comms channel for coordination, as we will be divided on two fronts. The Emperor's light guides us, and we stand as his avenging angels. This is a crusade of righteousness, and the fate of this mission rests on our shoulders.
Surrounding units be advised. Airlocks disengaged. Hangar gateway 11. Stand by.
Eclipsum Prime's exact location is not known, but is presumably either in the Sabbat world system or adjacent to it, as this is the origin of the Chaos forces known as the Blood Pact. The first thing to note is the epic scale, as the battlefield is littered with debris, Gothic buildings, and the sky is filled with powerful warships that are even warp jumping into atmosphere. The Imperial troops assembled hail from Cadia, a fortress world immediately outside the rip in spacetime known as the Eye of Terror. This planet was destroyed by Abaddon the Despoiler's 13th Black Crusade, causing the galaxy-wide warp rip known as the Great Rift. Cadians, now a people without a planet, are a fierce, loyal, and martial population, traveling the galaxy and continuing their battle with the ruinous powers wherever they can be found. In the background, we see an Aquila lander and a Baneblade super heavy tank. showing the impressive and diverse forces assembled to take on the Blood Pact and their Dark Cardinal. While all are wearing the iconic Cadian veteran gas mask, it is the Khazarkan who sport the custom gear and camouflage. All Imperial Guard have access to Tempesta Scions, also known as Stormtroopers. They wear reinforced carapace armor and bear specialist weapons, the most iconic of which is a Hellgun, also known as a hotshot lasgun. This is a beefed up las rifle pulling from a back-worn power pack. The extra juice allows the weapon to punch through Tyranid hide and traitor armor like a hot knife through butter. Tempesta Scions are normally products of the orphanages of Imperial notables called the Schola Progenium. This can give them a patrician and disconnected demeanor compared to the rabble Imperial Guardsmen they serve alongside. Not so with the comparable Khazarkan. They are all of Cadian stock and have a deep bond with their brethren, viewing their superior training, tactics, and equipment as honors given to them to save their brothers and sisters' lives. Troops embark upon Valkyries, flexible and aggressive troop transport craft that can come in specialist variants outfitted with a half-dozen las cannons, known as a Vendetta, and a strangely designed but beautiful close air support version known as a Vulture. A quick thank you to the animation team for not just giving us this opening as a tease. If I had just seen this clip and gotten amped up for a battle I didn't get to see, I would have been as frustrated as I was excited.
Sector 4! Ready the flak cannons! Brace for impact! Moving, guardsmen, moving!
Unidentified object on a rapid descent trajectory, sector B776, likely hostile.
Armature class! Armature class!
Systems online. Proceeding to engage. Target acquired. Engaging armor.
Dallas 5 engaging marked target. Keep tight formation and approach with caution. Fox 1, out. Armature neutralized.
Push forward! They're breaking through! Ugly piece of shit!
You are nothing but a pathetic pawn! Your so-called emperor is a rotting corpse on a throne of lies!
Valkyries and Aquillas fly low to the ground to deliver their specialist payload as a sortie of flyers soars overhead, distracting the anti-air platforms. Blood Pact troops rush to reinforce their lines, and the freshness of their gear needs to be accounted for. The Blood Pact is a religious cult hailing from the fringes of the Sabbat worlds, worshipping the war god of their planet. When they escaped their planet, they earned a reputation as a phenomenally disciplined fighting force, competently annihilating all in their path. As they did so, they gained a following of cultists and traitor guardsmen who wished to become a part of the pact, fighting alongside them, trying to prove their mettle. At an unknown point, the original war god of the planet was realized to be the chaos god of skulls and blood, Khorne. While the followers of Khorne are known to be raging and frothing berserkers, this is not the way of the Pact. Unafraid of melee combat and willing to fight to the last man, the Blood Pact restrain their rage with harsh discipline, precision fire, perfect logistics, and unshakable faith. The fear of the Blood Pact by Imperial forces is their competence. The Blood Pact maintains worlds for new recruits, dark manufactoriums to make new weapons and ships, and their competence on the battlefield is so awe-inspiring that some Imperial regiments will turn on their corrupt officers to join the traitors, wishing to serve more worthy leaders. When a warrior proves himself to be truly worthy of the Blood Pact, he is given the honor of cutting his hand on the Archon's spiked armor, forever swearing his loyalty to his leader, his god, and his brothers. He is then issued a sneering death mask with the quality of metal denoting ranks within the military brotherhood. The Blood Pact will appear as a 1 million-strong army of Khornate cultists and guardsmen, but it is only this core of 1 million warriors in their haunting death masks who are truly the chosen of Khorne. Hydra batteries and missiles streak up into the sky as the lines of the Blood Pact and Cadian Guard crash. You'd be forgiven for thinking some of the autoguns and stubbers look suspiciously like 20th century assault rifles and machine guns, but the truth is that planetary defense forces issue these as commonly as they do lasguns. Lasguns are arguably as, if not more powerful than modern battle rifles, but where they really shine is ammo capacity and ammo weight. A few cells can have hundreds of shots, and refilling ammo is as simple as charging the batteries. Conversely, autoguns and stubbers need physical ammunition, which is frustrating to logistically support across leagues of space, but in a planet's defense, why not have a diverse army of human shredding weapons? The brave Cadians charge headlong into Las autogun and stubber fire, but are stopped by a knight. Knights seem to have a few ways to get into battle. Sometimes it appears they dropped alone, similar to Titanfall. Other times they're described as hurtling down in custom drop pods, and other times they're described as walking off of massive transport craft. This Chaos Knight chooses the most dramatic entrance possible, likely using modified grav chutes to make sure his fall isn't fatal, while still crashing right into the action. Knights are descended from the original mechanical, industrial, and war machines humans took with them when they first colonized the stars. Knights naturally divided into two kinds of houses, Imperialis and Mechanicus. Imperialis houses were loyal to themselves, their planets, and the broader Imperium headed by Holy Terra, while Mechanicus houses maintained a fierce loyalty to the cult Mechanicus of Mars. These divisions were again further split during the Horus Heresy, where a variety of houses declared for Horus and his uprising, and others for the Emperor and his Imperium. Whether this Armiger-class knight traces his lineage all the way back 10,000 years, or if his house has fallen since, he dispatches Imperial forces easily with an autocannon and a Reaper chain cleaver. It takes small arms, heavy weapons teams, and even an airstrike from Imperial Navy Thunderbolts to bring him down. Our battle climaxes with a Blood Pact member mocking guardsmen as he cuts them down, only to be taken out by a stormtrooper and his trusty plasma pistol. I love all of it. I love the models, I love the action, I love the scope, I love the violence, I love the lore, I love the feeling that the Imperial Guard are attacking as a combined arms task force in concert with the Imperial Navy. I love that the Blood Pact feel like a competent and terrifying enemy. Of course, we all want high-level, fluid, specific action sequences, but when I see this much love and attention to detail poured into the artwork, I have to applaud it. Beautifully done, and good news, there's more.
Commander, we've reached the designated position. Our armored battalion was highly successful in bringing down the anti-air emplacements, although our recent aerial bombardment campaign has had a negative effect on their main ammo depot. The facility is directly in sight, but the shield barrier is active.
Relay our demolitions team and get a Cyclops into the rear trench line immediately. They're our ticket past that shield barrier. Once they breach it, detonate the charge to take out the barrier and the nearby ammo depot. The explosion from the facility is our gateway to the Cardinal's location. Once we get in, we take them out and go home.
Works, operator. North side, sector 14, come in.
This is radio operator Farah. I read you, Sergeant.
Farah, we need those remote-controlled Cyclops tanks deployed immediately. You're the only way we're getting past that shield barrier without suffering major losses. I need to confirm with you that there is at least a single tank left behind enemy lines. Is that clear?
Copy that. Signal is recovered and tanks are en route.
Make preparations to initiate the reactor cores on the Dreadnought. If there's even a hint of a breach in our shields, alert the High Cardinal at once.
Approaching target. 20 seconds.
Cyclops in position.
Detonating.
We're approaching the Cardinal. Stay vigilant.
In the cold embrace of the void, we find true warmth. In the deafening silence, we hear the whispers of the war. We gather here to cast away the shackles of reason, the illusions of order, and open our minds to the boundless potential of chaos. Chaos cares not for your past, your titles, or your loyalties. All that matters now is your desire for power and the strength to embrace it. You stand on the threshold of enlightenment, ready to take the first step into an abyss that will reshape your very existence. Sacrifices will be made. Of that there is no doubt. Yet in the face of pain and suffering, you will find strength. In the depths of despair, you will discover a newfound purpose. For the weak shall wither, but the chosen shall rise. Let the past be consumed by the flames of the warp. For tonight, you will be reborn!
Once the perimeter is secured and the aerial defense is eliminated, the guards stall at the final objective. An energy shield denies air and navy strikes any effectiveness, and so the next step is breaching the shield with a Cyclops drone. This sweet little piece of Imperial technology is a tracked suicide robot with an explosive payload. Imperial prisoners are herded into a group and are presumably killed in the explosion. This is preferable from an Imperial perspective because at best the soldiers would have been executed as sacrifices for the Blood God, and at worst they would have been turned traitor themselves. A quick death in a mission-critical explosion is honestly an ideal outcome at this point. The Dark Cardinal addresses a throng of his warriors, reinforcing their creed. To the Blood Pact, Imperial forces are not evil, they are deluded. They are tricked into worshipping a being of the warp that denies the very nature of chaos. The Dark Cardinal ministers to his forces that in contradiction to their previous masters lies salvation. In cold void is found the warmth of the gods. In silence are the whispers of their servants. Reason and order are illusions for the weak. Chaos offers a natural future for humanity, one where power and the strength to seize it are the only two virtues worth pursuing. In this way, the sermon is naturalistic, appealing to a Darwinian sense of strength. The Imperium is a bunch of weak fools clinging to illusions, denying the forces of the gods and nature. It is the blood pact, their solemn brotherhood, and their worship of the gods that obviously are, that will prevail and survive the challenges of existence itself. A fissure erupts from the ground, revealing a new structure or ship. Within it, though, is a detachment of Iron Warriors, Chaos Space Marines who specialize in siege warfare. They are even more known for their martial competence and prowess than the Blood Pact. This battle has only begun. Which brings us to the end for now. What a beautiful, fun, and fantastic ride that was, and what a absolute breath of fresh air. I think we've all been waiting for some animators to test the waters, and I want everyone watching this video to throw their full support behind these boys. The link to the original is down in the description. Like, share, and subscribe, and ring the bell so you know whenever fresh content drops. Go check out my fancy new bolter that we will obviously be improving over the summer until we have a refined product. Up next, I will be working on a bolt pistol and a chainsword, and I promise to release episode-length content once they're complete. Join the Discord to hang out with other nerds, become a patron on patreon.com/counterpoints, or a YouTube member. Check out the political content on the channels in the description and support our sponsors. Go get some bling from Starforge.com and check out their products. I appreciate you. Catch you in the next one. Until the end.